Look at me, 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 look at me now. Fuck, are you kidding me? All of my
Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. All right, well, I'm excited for this one. This is a kickboxer of the highest order. He has so many different kicks and punches in his arsenal and figures to try to keep this on the feet here tonight.
The beautiful thing that he does is he throws that front push kick to create distance when a guy starts to get too close and wants to wrestle with him. He throws it, and the moment you're back at his range, he starts to blast high kicks. He doesn't always intend on landing him, but he beats up your arms with high kick after high kick after high kick. And as you get desperate, you start to run into knees, and he does not need much space to land a knockout punch. This guy is one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the UFC.
And if you don't find the striking range early against this guy, you could be in real trouble. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, champ.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. More than 5 years apart, with big differences in height and reach. To get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 231 pounds. Fighting out of Honolulu, Hawaii, Big Daddy. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, about your corners, come out fighting.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with the start of round 1. I can tell how excited you are for this matchup. Seems to be a striking advantage on one side, but maybe not.
This is a big-time fight. It feels like a big moment for both of these guys' careers. Who is going to be able to implement their game plan the best in this matchup between these two big-time athletes?
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Blocks the shot. Oh, that's a good right hand. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the man.
Oh, man, that couldn't have felt good. Flush knee lands to the body by the taller fighter. Lee circling towards the left now. Slips the shot. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Trying to do damage now with the kick. That's a miss.
Big body kick lands.
Oh, how about this kicking game on full display tonight?
Kicks back to back, just truly mixing up the target. Sight to behold. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up? Oh! Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quickly.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He's a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind that educated jab. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
The combinations are flowing. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Well, that'll work. Counter jab to the head by Lee.
Came of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
And both guys really throwing with authority. All right, so there he goes, continuing to land that jab. When they put this highlight together, it's just going to be one head snapping back.
It's going to be boxers going back and watching this guy and going, wow, this is what a jab is supposed to look like.
Goes to the body with the knee. Some fighters don't check a lot of leg kicks. That one was checked. Unable to connect with the right hand there.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Oh, and he lands yet another flush knee. That's going to leave a mark. And again, when you're using this length as effectively as he is here tonight, we might get a finish here in the not-too-distant future. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
He is all about that left kick to the body. Well, really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice combination of strikes there. In terms of the accuracy, I mean, that's exactly what a coach is looking for.
That's exactly. It's like the guy is hitting pads. It's like he's hitting both the spins, but instead, he's dancing all over his opponent's face. Head kick.
Oh, huge block!
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, he missed with that right hand. Final seconds of round one.
Nice punch there. Ooh, head kick lands, was hurt.
All right, now we'll get you some highlights, DC, from that previous round. You know he's got a penchant for landing those head kicks and certainly found that form in that previous round.
Very rarely do you get a fight where a guy gets kicked in the head this many times. He better make some adjustments. He better keep his hands up, or he's gonna go good night very soon.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one. Nice.
Oh, he blocked that shot and lands the hook on the counter.
very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Muay Thai plump.
Left hand punch from the clinch. There's no tell on that leg kick. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Blocks that strike.
Oh, nice.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand. Jab, right hand, hook. That's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man. Let this guy have the whole thing.
Oh, head kick.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Straight punch lands.
Oh, a nice straight punch there to his opponent, and he lands it just after catching the leg. So clearly, he is starting to find his timing, not just offensively, but defensively as well. Very good read there. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Well, no problem getting inside to land that straight punch. He's got a huge edge and reach, and he made good use of it there.
Punch over the top.
Back and forth we go. Tried to go to the body, but unable to connect.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Head kick. Oh, right hand gets up to block it. Trying to establish that jab once again. Great upper body movement defensively, slips another strike there, and offensively he hasn't been a world beater, but defensively he's been strong tonight.
And that has to cause frustration for the opponent, not being able to hit a guy that you want to really put away. But that's a testament to the head movement and the activity and the awareness of this fighter defensively. What a tricky head kick.
Clean left punch followed by the right. He blocks the punch. Still unable to find that precise range with the high kick.
Ooh, what a punch. Beautiful leg kick throw.
Straight right, he misses. Goes back to that left kick once again.
When you're in a clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head.
Oh, Superman punch is good. You can tell he's been working on that.
Big head kick lands. Good stick.
And that one certainly found the target. Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. 15 seconds remain in the round. Ooh, and he caught the kick. Right on the button.
Big kick lands.
All right, well, his kicking game was outstanding in that round. We'll see if his opponent can make the adjustments, but take us through the replays before we get there.
It's always weird to watch a young fighter start to come into his own. Early in his career, he did not have this ability. He did not have the ability to dictate and control fights with his legs. Now he does, and he looks like a future champion in the making.
All right, here we go with the start of another round. Pretty good previous 2 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive fight to this point. Both guys have had their moments, especially in these last 2 rounds. You expect somebody to get ahead, but they've both been so evenly matched. We're still right where we started.
Oh, made good use of his size there as he lands the flush knee. And just misses with that big right hand. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
Nice punch lands. Beautiful body kick.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Oh, wow! Huge head kick.
Dig and kick.
Well, the bodywork's starting to take its toll. Look at the redness starting to appear on his left side. Just out of range with that strike.
Real sneaky head kick gets in there.
Leg kick checked nicely by Lee.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Can't take many of those, you better check.
Well, you got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all. Lee gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Lee left is good. DC, didn't take him long to find his range here tonight, huh?
His timing is on point.
Good. Keep the pressure on him. You're doing great here.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Lee gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Just missed with the left there.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks.
Throwing that jab, no good.
Good punch.
Oh, he lands. Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, big left hook there.
Those are no.
Big left. Nice 1-2 there.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Oh, you gotta like the output here. So aggressive with the strikes. He continues to light him up. Gotta be careful here. Gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that jab again.
Final seconds of round 3.
That one snuck in. Nice right.
Nice job landing the double jab there, DC.
See, you are definitely pressing that one. You love that one, don't you? You love that jab.
All right, that horn marks the end of the round. There was a lot to like really on both sides, but particularly that Superman punch, an absolute thing of beauty.
Beautiful attack. Her ability to let loose in the octagon is truly a sight to behold. Not many people are willing to try something so risky.
Last round's over. You took his best shots and smiled back.
All right, so next round underway here, and you got to admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular focus on their cardiovascular commitment in this training camp, and it's clearly paid dividends here tonight. We have two legitimately fresh fighters here as we hit this next round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent.
Nice head kick.
Man, look at the size of that bruising on his body. Oh.
More than one. Punches and bunches.
Nice loop and punch.
Nice counter jab up top by Lee.
Sneaky head kick.
Well-placed kick there by Lee. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force. I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Oh, big punch land.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Nice job moving off the center line. He slips to avoid that right hand. Kick to the body by Lee. Nice uppercut inside. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Let me see that hook now.
Nice right hand.
The left punch is true, now the right hand. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh, significant strike attempt there. Goes to the spinning kick, but he misses. And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now. Oh, nice jab.
Right hook to the head, blocked. Just over 2 minutes to go. Just out of range with that right hand.
Big kick lands.
They continue to exchange.
Way to hide that leg kick.
Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with a punch there.
Accuracy at its best.
How good is that right hand?
Big leg kick land.
And he landed the right hand there.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Well, missed on that one. Connects with a right.
Nice leg kick. Ooh, big shot lands.
straight left. Lee's right torso starting to bruise pretty good here.
Nice kick. Nice head kick.
Oh, pretty good technique as he lands the side kick, DC.
Real nice technique to land that side kick. He did a great job of getting that leg up and then right to the target. Good punch lands.
Able to check the high kick. Oh, hook to the head by Lee.
Another one. Yep. Up and the left hand.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. All right, so a big round for him there, maybe even a 10-8. There was a big knockdown in there, courtesy of the kick. DC, talk us through it.
He found his spot. I mean, he knew that there was a weakness. He found the spot. He recognized an opportunity to go and chase down that head kick. He threw it, it landed, and he almost got the finish.
So here it is, folks, fifth and final round. Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Oh, lands a stiff punch there. Nice connection.
Oh, nice land.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Just misses with the straight right. Lands flush with that right hand. Blocks the shot.
Big kick land.
Back and forth we go here.
Ooh, what a punch.
Nice 1-2 there.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Punch coming, it's blocked. Well, he works his entire striking game off of that jab. Doubles up on the jab now.
Right under the elbow, the body kick lands. Big kick lands.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Look at the He's got him hurt here. Oh, he might be out. Big knee to the body.
Nice job of hiding that head kick.
Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
Lee gets caught with that punch.
Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Out of range with that kick attempt.
Big leg kick lands. Oh, nice right hand.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's got to be over very soon. Leg kick.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. Oh, right hook attempt, no good.
body kick lands right under the elbow.
Lunges forward with a left there. Just out of range with that right hand. Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch.
Trying to double up on that jab. Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very active. You gotta check these low leg kicks. Big punch lands. Ooh.
Oh, huge spinning kick. 20 seconds to go in the fight. Oh! Wow! And just like that, the fight is over.
He got him!
Well, you've got to admire the approach there. Just eternally aggressive down the stretch, late in the fight, lands the huge shot cleanly, and clearly hurt his opponent very badly. He wanted to make sure the judges stayed out of this fight. Mission accomplished. All right, let's take a look back at the replay. It ends up a knockout, but this was really a striking clinic from the moment they touched it.
I mean, a competitive fight. That one guy finally found the shot that ended the fight. But both of these warriors displayed a ton of heart. One guy got the finish, but neither guy should be disappointed in their performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mugliano has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 52 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Ruth the Dragon Lee!
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off tonight. The celebration is on as he gets a huge win by knockout tonight. I got to think there are a few better feelings in the world than walking into an octagon and candidly knocking